Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yanick from the Produce School, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create the perfect tech house bass for your tech house track. I'll go over different techniques that you can utilize to make your tech house bass a little bit more interesting. The bass is one of the most important things of a tech house track, so it's essential to really get this right on the track. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get straight into this. I will be using sounds from our brand new tech house pack called Elevate, which has a lot of really nice tech house basses, leads, plugs, also a sample pack, vocals, project files and much more. And if you want to check out the pack and use the sounds that I'm using in this video, then make sure to click the link over here or go to the link in the description, which goes to our website theproduceschool.com. For this video I already made some drums because this video will be more focused on the bass. However, this is how the drums sound like. First of all, we're gonna start with choosing the right sound. And this is really personal preference or what kind of sound you want to use for a certain track. So I'll just go over some presets from the Elevate preset pack. And let's choose one of the tech house basses that's in there. I could go for this one. This is a really plucky bass. And when you're choosing the sound, you have to think, do I want to use a plucky bass or more like the longer generic tech house basses? A plucky bass can really work well. You can also try to layer it with like a longer bass, but I think I want to use a longer and low bass for this tutorial. So this one could work. Maybe check out another one. This one is shorter and you can use these basses for faster bass melodies. So if you have a bass melody going like this, but if you have a slower bass melody, it doesn't really work well. It's better to use longer sounds for that. So let's go for another preset. This one already sounds pretty cool. This is a plucky bass again, which I don't want to use for this video. I think I want to use this one. It sounds like a saw wavetable, but it's actually FM modulation on a sine wavetable, which adds those nice harmonics to the sound. So let's pick this sound and start creating a bass. My approach to creating tech house basses is to start off with a really basic melody for the bass. So almost no rhythm and just the notes you want to use. For tech house, it's really useful to work in keys like E or D sharp because they really give this low tech house character to the sound. So let's start on E, and right now I'm just creating a basic melody. You can also turn the metronome on to hear how it fits with the BPM. And maybe like that sounds pretty cool. And once you create a basic bass melody like this, you can create some variation on the notes, not the rhythm yet. That's what we'll do in the next step. But you can go for, at the end of this fourth bar, we can go higher. And if you want to change the key, you can hold shift and use the arrow buttons to change it. So we can go to F, which also sounds great. Or we can go to D sharp. You can choose what key to use by looking at your kick or a sample or something you're using. But for this one, I'm just using E because I really like how E sounds. This next step is probably the most important one because this one goes for the rhythm of the bass. And without a great rhythm, you won't have a great tech house groove. And the key to this is by using longer and shorter notes and finding the right balance between them. So we can start with like shorter notes and then maybe a longer one. Let's use the same rhythm for the second bar. Maybe we can go faster here. That's pretty cool. Let's do it here as well. So you get that t. And with this part over here, it's really easy to layer a synth on top of it, which follows the same rhythm. And now these notes have the same length, and you can choose to change that up by shortening one, like this. And this does a lot to the rhythm already. Let's do it over here as well. Maybe even shorter. I want it to be like just hearable, so as short as possible. But maybe shorten this a little bit so the next one has more attack. And let's copy the same rhythm for the notes over here. So let's copy it, and then this last one goes up to an E. That sounds pretty great. Let's check how this sounds together with the kick and the drums and everything, because that's a really important thing. It has to match with the rhythm of your drums, or the other way around. So your drums have to match the rhythm of your bass. Let's turn on the kickstart. And to make this bass even more interesting, we can start adding glide notes, which is a common technique that's used in so many genres, as well as in tech house, those like gliding basses, you hear them in so many tracks. So that's what I'm going to do as well. Make sure that you put on mono legato in your synth, so in Serum it's over here. And then you can play around with the portamento time. A lower portamento time makes the notes glide faster, and a longer one, it just takes more time for the notes to glide in each other. So let's see where we want to add those glide notes. That could be cool actually in this first, on this first note. And for these glide notes, it works the best to stay in the key of the track. So use notes that you're already using in your bass, like this G, which is used over here. And I want to slow down the portamento time, so let's put it up. No glide note. It's making a huge difference, and it really makes the bass come alive, if that makes sense. Let's see if we can add more glide notes. Maybe go lower. And this is just playing around. There's nothing you can do wrong about it, I think. Just make sure you stay in the key of the track, and then everything will be fine. Then with the drums, it sounds like this. And that sounds so much better than just the straight bass notes. So no rhythm and no glide notes and no length variation. So this is how it would sound when you have just straight notes. And then this with the rhythm, length variation, and glide notes. As you can tell, it's definitely not hard to create tech house bass lines like this one. You just have to know some techniques like these. But other than that, it's just playing around and like trying out a lot, and eventually you will end up with something great. But remember, the bass is a really important element of a tech house track, but it's not the only element. So just make sure your bass works, and other than that, focus on vocals, effects and stuff like that, because those really make your tech house track stand out from the rest, because you can hear a lot of the same bass lines in so many tracks. But with cool effects, vocals and everything around that, you can stand out from the rest. So that's one of the most important tips that I want to give you. If you like this video, then make sure to hit that like button and follow us on Instagram as well to stay updated about all the news, tips and tricks and more on this channel. For now, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.